Welcome in, everyone. I am Jack Neary. This is Shot of Jack. It is March 16th. We're talking NFL free agency. It has begun, ladies and gentlemen. Your teams are trying to acquire some newer and better talent so that they might be able to win the Super Bowl, right? The big trophy, the ring. They want to win the championship this year. So again, they're putting together the best talent that they possibly can. Before we get started today, I would like to announce the everydayfan.com. It's got the latest and greatest sports content and memorabilia on the web. If you guys are looking for information on these teams, go to the everydayfan.com, purchase a jersey, and read some content over there. We also like to thank Symbol.app. Own stock in your team and collect money per win. It pretty much says what it is, right? You can make money by going to Symbol.app and collect money in victories, and it's not gambling because it's stock and you own a portion or a part or a piece of that team. So I want to start here. It's okay to sit and be you, right? Be set in your ways. It's okay to be set in your ways and be you and like the things that you like. But also you need to change with the times. You need to be able to adapt, to improve, to get better. Right? A great example is Tom Brady. He doesn't run with the football. All these newer quarterbacks tend to, but Tom Brady doesn't. But what Tom Brady does do is that he'll recruit players, right? It's a new age thing, recruiting players. You didn't always see it back in the day, but Tom will get on the phone and bring in talent to make the collective better. Tom has adapted, right, to the new NFL, to the new free agency ways. And I think now Bill Belichick is starting to, right? Bill Belichick is now in the early infancy of free agency, and he's wheeling and dealing like a pawn shop owner, right? He wants the best, and he wants to make his team look very much better, very different than they were last season. Right? He wants to get talent in the building. It's okay to win games 17-14 and 9-3. But eventually you're going to have to win shootouts. You're going to have to win games by scoring lots of points. And if you can only win one way, that puts a lot of pressure on your defense. You're not going to be able to win games multiple ways, and eventually you'll become a losing football team or just a loser at whatever you do. Swiss Army knives are fantastic knives because they do many different things. Bill is evolving. He needs and wants to stay competitive. He doesn't want to end up like Greg Popovich, who's now, trading LaMarcus Aldridge and DeMar DeRozan, guys he had a little bit of belief in, right? But now he's trading them and he's starting all over. The Patriots had 1 year. 1 year, and last year they were basically irrelevant. They're not the Patriots you knew, right? They didn't dominate anything. They were irrelevant, and it ate at Bill. It absolutely ate at Bill Belichick last year. Like, this is who the Patriots have picked up, right? Just free agency just opened, and this is who the Patriots have picked up, right? They went out and they got Mills, right? They got Jalen Mills from the Eagles, a defensive back. He's going to improve their team. They went out and they got linebacker Matthew Judon from the Ravens. They went out and they got wide receiver Nelson Aguilar. That adds speeds to their offense. Finally, we got some talent. Who else did they get? Well, they got Kendrick Bourne, wide receiver, 49ers. Had a nice quiet year last year. 49 catches, 669 yards, 2 touchdowns. That kid's going to become something, right? Aguilar, who we just mentioned, 48 catches, 8 touchdowns. He was nice last year. They also went out and they got Jonnu Smith from Tennessee, right? They went out and they got Jonnu Smith, who's a nice athletic guy, and he's going to be able to attack the middle of the field, and he's going to be able to attack linebackers, right? The greatest signing, though, was today. Today spoke volumes of what's going on in New England. Today they went out and they got Hunter Henry. Hunter Henry just left. Nice weather, right? He was playing for the Chargers. He left nice weather and he left Justin Herbert for an aggressive Bill Belichick led New England Patriots. This is a new Patriots. They're not going to sit back and take guys at the end of free agency. They're going to get their guys now. We want our players in the building tomorrow. We want to start working with them immediately. It's aggressiveness. It's not a sit back and figure out what pieces. Oh, maybe we can get this guy to fit, or maybe we can. It's no longer that. I'm getting my players and we're going to work tomorrow. That's what New England's going to become. And Hunter Henry leaving Herbert, and Herbert's going to be a real good quarterback. Him leaving Herbert tells me one thing, Patriots fans, and it's that Cam Newton will not be your starting quarterback next year. They signed him to a new contract, 1 year, whatever. He's going to be backing up whoever New England either drafts or goes out there and gets. Is it going to be Watson? I don't know. Is it going to be an aggressive trade? Maybe they go for Tua. Maybe they get Garoppolo back. I'm not sure. But what I am sure is that New England's being aggressive because Bill Belichick couldn't take the fact that he wasn't even mentioned last year as a team in the playoffs, or the New England Patriots were being mentioned going forward. Not even in the conversation. It will not be Cam Newton as your starting quarterback. They didn't go out and get Nelson Aguilar, speedster, Hunter Henry, Kendrick Bourne, Jonnu Smith. They didn't go out and get offensive talent for a quarterback whose lifetime just barely breaking 59% accuracy. That's not what you do. Patriots have more moves ahead of them, and they're going to be making them. The Patriots are going to be making moves all off season. Don't be surprised. We're aggressive in New England. Go Pats.